AITA for telling my stepdaughter she needs to shower more? I am not Oop. Oop is you, Throwhig any issue. She posted in r, am I the asshole? Fun fact to cover up spoilers. Well, this post concerns showers. So I did look up how many showers a week is recommended for one to take. According to Harvard Health, there is no ideal frequency, but showering a few times per week is plenty for the average person. If you are very active, it is recommended you shower more. I will note that how often you should wash your hair very much varies based on hair type. So that's a completely different answer. Trigger warning. Someone is experiencing distress because of gender dysphoria. Less than. Mood spoiler. Actually sweet. Less than. Original post. March 7th, 2023. Me, 47F. And my husband, 48M. Married a while ago. He already has Zach 19M and Sam 16F from his previous marriage. Together we have Jesse 12M, Todd 10M and Jake 8M. Zach rents an apartment with his boyfriend. Sam lives with us and visits her mom and her mom's BF every other weekend. I adore Sam. I really do. It's so exhilarating to have a daughter to bond with. To put it selfishly, I really do love the woman she's becoming. Because she's sweet and generous and quick-witted. We have lots of fun going out together, just the two of us. Like I said beyond the fun times, I think she's a smart young lady with a generally good head on her shoulders, and I'm proud of her for her strength of character. I think we have a strong bond. The only trouble is recently Sam has started to really kick up quite a funk. She's entering that age where teenagers need a couple showers a day to kick off the sweat. But I'm lucky if she showers once a day. She will either brush her teeth in the morning or night, but beyond that, it's stank breath. If she isn't leaving the house, she usually stays in her sweaty PJs all day and bums around with oily bedhead. So most weekends she's with us. She sometimes showers on Friday and then again on Monday. I don't know what goes on at her mother's place in that department. I tried delicately telling Sam she needs to freshen up more often during the day, but she usually just agrees to it, does a couple days of following a proper hygiene schedule, then falls back to her nasty habits. Yesterday she tried to sit next to me at dinner. She smelled positively rank. She had gone running and hadn't bothered to shower when she got home. I told her that I needed to move away from her at the table because of her beau. Sam teared up, which I hated to see, and didn't eat at all. She also didn't leave her bedroom until today around noon. While my husband called me insensitive, he also can't give me a better idea to handle Sam's hygiene issue. Info, edit. Between March 78, Sam is an incredibly active girl. She runs, bikes, swims, and plays soccer. Previous more gentle approaches have been either brushed off, ignored, or have a 710-day follow-through period. We've tried implementing some higher quality products such as soap, deodorant, conditioner and shampoo, toothpaste and specialized toothbrushes, and given her access to quick fix options like perfume, dry shampoo, and breath mints and gum. The only one of those she uses is the breath mints. She showers maybe 36 times a week. We've tried firmer approaches where we wouldn't go to an event until she showered, but she would simply call our bluff and go another day without showering. She used to shower daily as a younger teen and even after puberty. It's only recently she's pushed back. Mom is not an ally in this topic. I'm deeply concerned by the potential core issues surrounding this shift. It seems like she's going for longer stretches and even going to school without having showered for a couple days. I don't want her to have this follow her throughout school and be known as the smelly kid, and I want to understand why. When she's visibly uncomfortable because of her lack of showering, she doesn't clean up. The update is that when Sam wakes up, I'll sit her down and be open about the fact I reacted poorly in the moment. I'll tell her that I'm sorry for embarrassing her and hurting her feelings at all, but especially that way. I'll leave the door open to have her talk to me, her father, or ask if she'd like to talk to a counselor at school or a therapist about anything that might be weighing on her. Something is clearly wrong with my daughter, and I let my concern turn to frustration with myself over not being able to help fix the problem, which I intentionally or not unleashed on her at the worst possible moment. Last edit, March 9th. 2 days later. Thank you to everyone who weighed in and gave advice. The most salient was to try to talk again. Sometimes, as with any relationship, trying to talk things through can feel like you're going in circles until there's either an internal or external realization or push that shifts the talk just enough to be able to have a productive heart-to-heart. Relevant comments. Someone asks about Sam's bio mother. Her mother would handle this even worse than I did. And that's saying something. I recognize I fumbled the bag tonight. Additional info on Sam's active lifestyle. I'm not talking about a quick lap around the block or a dip in the lake. She goes for runs that last 3 hours. When the season hits, she's playing soccer and training daily as soon as the weather suits her tolerance levers. And when she swims, it's in a chlorine pool for hours. I swear I'm not taking a whiff of, ew, you haven't scrubbed down in 12 hours. Hose off. It's heavy activity. Where is Dad in this? Her dad is trying with me. He helped her pick out and trial several different soaps and toothpastes and toothbrush styles, because he was worried she had a sensitivity issue toward the products. I know that he has tried to have her open up when they go on father-daughter excursions, and also give her the space to be able to speak with him about just about anything. They have a strong connection. It's like this one topic is just a Gordian knot that just won't budge. My husband has mentioned that Sam smells. Her maternal aunt has as well. It's not just me. I understand that it can be unhealthy to shower multiple times a day daily, but showering in the morning and then showering after being very active and sweaty surely isn't the same. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But either way, I'm going to look into the specifics of it to make sure. OOP is voted YTA, but responses were heavily mixed. Most people who voted YTA thought it was more her approach that was flawed and not the message. Update post. March 9th, 2023. 2 days from original post. In the morning before Sam went to school, we talked about the dinner incident. I apologized for embarrassing her and told her I reacted badly. I told her I was so sorry I hurt her and made her feel she was too gross to be close to. She explained it hurt all the more because she'd wanted to be near me, and the actual refusal to sit close hurt more than being told she smelled. We talked before the car ride in and then along the way, just to clear the air and make sure she was emotionally okay to handle her studies, or if she needed time to calm down. She apologized as well because she knows she should shower more but often doesn't want to, which was an excellent segue. We didn't get fully into it on the ride in, especially because she said she wanted to think about how she was going to explain what she was going through. She also asked me if the conversation, when we had it, could stay between us until she thought it over more. I was equal parts honored and nervous. God, I was so nervous all day. I can't lie. I had a lot of theories in mind. I sat down and forced myself to look at all possible options, even the scariest ones, and researched any other warning signs or symptoms I might have missed. I spent a lot of time reading about neurodivergency, stories from SAW survivors, and about physical issues that could be causing the hesitancy. I'll admit that before I didn't look deeply at a mental health aspect as I should have, because she seemed, other than her hygiene, doing well. Grades were fine. Friendships still solid. And I didn't get any red flags from her describing her times at her mother's place or with her Mother's BF. Before, whenever we asked her why she didn't shower, she said she forgot, didn't feel like it, or that she'd get to it later. I failed her a lot in small ways that compounded to a major extent. Which stings to realize. When she got out of school, we started talking tangentially on the ride home about the topic she'd mentioned wanting to address. She reiterated that this discussion was between us until she was ready to talk to her dad. My heart was in my throat when she said that there was a reason she wasn't showering, but that she didn't know how to say it and she was afraid she'd gone so long without saying anything that now she couldn't. So when we got home, we made up some tea and went into my room for privacy while we chatted. It's so easy as a parent to think you can read your children perfectly, or at least well enough not to get blindsided, but teens are very good at masking things, especially if they feel like they're failing when they're struggling. I wish I'd dug deeper before now, which I did apologize to Sam for. I didn't notice she was struggling with more than just a time management or cleanliness issue, and I focused on the wrong part of the issue, thinking the symptom was its own root. It made this a much more uncertain and difficult time for her. Sam expressed to me that she felt uncomfortable identifying as a girl. She isn't sure to what extent that disconnect goes, but it definitely made it harder for her to even want to shower. Her long hair was another matter, as washing it felt incongruous and gross, like it was emblematic of a person she wasn't, and overall made the entire experience more distressing. She said she already felt disgusting no matter if she showered or brushed her teeth or not, which again made it harder for her to get herself to clean up. It felt like a huge emotional drain for her to shower, without any real benefit. Sam has been feeling this way for a while now apparently, and felt a lot of mixed emotions just about that fact for a number of reasons. Many activities we bond over or spend time together doing are stereotypically feminine. She'd started to feel like a bad child because of the conflict between what she was uncomfortable with and the fact she still wanted to spend time together. Like painting her nails would make her feel uncomfortable, but she still wanted to go with me to the nail salon, for example. There's been so many times Sam wanted to tell us to talk it through, to help her detangle her emotions by having a sounding board. It hurts so badly to know someone you love has wanted to reach out but didn't know how to, and you failed them. Sam doesn't want to tell her mother about her gender and what she's feeling about it, so her father and I will be a united front in case her mother decides to make any comments about the upcoming haircut. It's ironic that the fake name I used in my post is androgynous, but her given name is very feminine. Sam will go by just the first initial instead to see how it feels, but is also looking into all three of us finding a new name that fits. So, Sam will go by S, and is still considering if she wants to try male pronouns or something else, and is testing the waters with self-references with masculine connotations, and has asked to be called our child instead of daughter. In hindsight, things clicked. The perfume, the small rotation of clothing, her friend group, certain phases while growing up. I can't exactly explain well, but I will say it does make sense now. Onto the matter of hygiene. We've come up with a shower schedule and put it on the door to the bathroom she uses most, and stored a few sets of comfortable clothing there, so at any point, Sam could just immediately jump in the shower without worrying about other steps, which was another hurdle in the process. We're definitely going to get Sam tested for ADHD ASAP, because some of the hang-ups in the process of showering were very similar to what I'd read. We brainstormed ideas of what would actually make it easier to follow through. A washcloth and showering in the dark. The haircut, cologne and masculine or neutrally scented bathing products. Having the clothes already in there, and a detailed schedule based off her usual workout routine with the understanding of exactly what Consequences will be. Partially Sam's reason for asking me to make sure this stayed between us at first was that Sam had wanted to impress her father by coming to him with a plan already in place to show she had put in considerable thought on how she could actionably change her habits after having failed to follow through with promises to change before. I said that was a very mature way of looking to resolve a discussion and assuaging concerns about accountability. Additionally, Sam wanted to practice how to explain what she was feeling before trying to tell him. Sam and I will be going shopping tonight or tomorrow before this weekend to her mother's. That's when we'll do her hair, pick out cologne, and some other products. I'll also be looking into a chest compression vest, because Sam has been flattening her chest with extra sports bras, which doesn't seem safe to me. Family counseling is on the books to help with communications between us all, as is finding a therapist for Sam that specializes in LGBTQ matters. I'm hopeful. I made serious mistakes in how I handled this, more than I realized when I first posted. But I hope that now we can all make sure Sam is happy and healthy. Oh, what a heart-wrencher. Thank goodness Sam has Oop to talk to. I hope this can get sorted quickly, because unhygienic periods and general unwashed funk can get pretty full on pretty quickly. I did have a little chuckle that OOP's exhilarating mother-daughter relationship might be more of an exhilarating mother-child relationship. She also asked me if the conversation, when we had it, could stay between us until she thought it over more. I was equal parts honored and nervous. This is such a sweet moment, especially considering S went to the step-parent before the bio-parents. As I was reading, I was worried Sam had been assaulted and was trying to make themselves undesirable. I was really glad to get to where OP explained Sam was questioning their identity. It sounds like they have an amazing support system. I hope they do well on their journey. As someone with ADHD and long thick hair, it's exhausting thinking about showering, then having to comb it, etc. blah blah. Add in Sam's body, sex struggles, and I can definitely see how showers would be public enemy number one. This is so wildly healthy for all parties. My God. I was worried that the whole "don't tell dad" piece would be worse than it was. But it was just, I want him to see me as emotionally mature and responsible, and not, I'm scared to tell him. I'm so impressed by both Oop and S here. As someone who is trans and had a lot of shower dysphoria, glow-in-the-dark stars and turning off the lights, I shower in space. As an uncle of a trans teen, this feels incredibly familiar. I'm not close enough to get involved, but this is very much like what is happening there. Jesus frickin' Christ, it breaks my heart to read this story and think of all the teenagers in places like Tennessee who have not just the confusing angst of being a queer teenager, but also the very real threat of the state kidnapping them from their parents and forcibly re-educating them, or forcing them to pretend to be straight just to survive. It makes me want to burn things. Just when Reddit convinces me that all step-parents are irredeemable assholes, it goes and throws a story like this right in my face. What a great parent. Biffed it somewhat in the first post but came through incredibly strong in the second half. Honoring the kid's identity and struggles and working with them for solutions that help kiddo feel comfortable and supported but not pressured into anything. And here I thought they just lived somewhere dry. Showering where I grew up sucks because if you do it every day you're guaranteed cracked and bleeding areas, itchy skin, peeling shoulders, and worse. The water being hard on top of all of that also means your hair can be destroyed if you shower daily. I showered more as a teen due to activity. Every exercise was met with a shower regardless, but you Have to lather up in moisturizer immediately afterwards and ooze around for a bit to avoid the worst of it. Nowadays, if I'm home, I do avoid daily showers as much as possible, just to stay itch-free. This is a really good stepmom loudly crying. I guessed what was going on halfway through, well before Sam told Oop. I think maybe because there's a disconnect between OOP's early joy at having a mother-daughter relationship and how she describes Sam, plus it's never about the Iranian yogurt showers. Had to be something deeper. Oop is doing a great job though, despite the original mistake. Way to go, stepmom. I'm pretty on the fence when stepparents call stepchildren their own child, but when Oop said, "Something is clearly wrong with my daughter," they expressed nothing but genuine care for us, and that warms my heart. Children will blossom so well when they know all their adults are rooting for them unconditionally. I wish nothing but the best for Oop S and the family. I am happy with the outcome, but my brain is awkwardly saying, "Stays between you and me and millions of Redditors." I am relating to S here with finding my body disgusting. Dysphoria sucks. I wish my mom was half as supportive as Oop. As much as I like an update, I think this one should not be posted by Oop. At least not without informing the kid. They asked multiple times for the conversation to be just between them. Sam, please keep this between us OOP. Sure, but I will tell innumerable strangers on the internet. I had no clue. It makes a lot of sense that showering when you hate your body feels useless. As for shortcuts, last year I got a special washing lotion to use with washcloths so I wouldn't have to shower several times per day when I felt stanky. I wonder if bidet would be fine for S? I was actually guessing the answer, but for different reasons. I was thinking she might have a hormone imbalance. Too much tea. That still may be the same. We talked before the car ride in and then along the way. Just to clear the air. No pun intended.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.